Darkness fell, and hundreds of bodies from both sides were removed from the battlefield. The Colonial Battalion cannot afford another failure, and the Marines used the cover of night to deploy artillery and other support weapons on Devil's Ridge. 2 French companies are still unaccounted for, and the remaining 2 US companies are needed at the beach. The most critical battle of the war is about to begin. The siege has begun. Welcome back everyone to part 3. My name is Diplex, and it is awesome to be back with another battle. US Marines are now attacking the Citadel after a successful attack on the ridge, but a disastrous assault on the Citadel itself. Baker Company took a lot of casualties, and it's time for Charlie Company to lead the charge. I do think the reason why Baker Company failed so heavily in attacking the Citadel itself was because they lacked artillery support. US command was too eager to pursue the French defenders and the remains of the company defending the beach back to the Citadel, and, well, too eager to initiate the second assault. Perhaps they thought the French would be given too much time to organize a second defense if they let them escape entirely without pursuit. But in fact, they led them straight into a hailstorm of French artillery fire. The first platoon attacked, and it does seem like it was stopped in a similar way that Baker Company was stopped trying to assault yesterday. So during the night, Able and Baker remains moved up artillery and other support weapons to the ridge. Charlie Company is going to have an easier time, but of course the French have been given more time now. They've filled the gaps left behind by dead French soldiers, and they've also bolstered their defenses by bringing up more artillery pieces and ammunition. So this is going to be one hell of a frickin' siege. Thank you once again for all the likes and support, all the comments and everything. What you saw start this battle off was actually a US naval bombardment from a destroyer, something that a few of you guys wanted to see. I've done my best to read all the comments, and I'm trying my best to also implement them. So looking forward to more of your suggestions. So the platoon is divided into 3 squads. So we have 1 squad attacking here from the left side, and US Marine Corps squad of this sort is comprised of 1 squad leader with a Thompson submachine gun, 8 riflemen, and 1 machine gunner with a 30 caliber Browning. Jeez, the artillery fire is just relentless here on this left flank. This approach is very open. The US Marines are going to have a hard time attacking here. Looks like we have a platoon commander with binoculars back here, doing his best to spot out French artillery positions. We have 1 squad moving down the center through a plantation, or what's left of it, and the 3rd squad is moving down the right side here. There's a lot of craters and varying terrain in terms of elevation, so this might be an easier approach than the left side. We have a 37mm AT cannon brought up here. It's a pretty light gun, so it's something the Marines can bring with them on boats and whatnot. They're going to be firing HE shells at enemy targets. Right now they're waiting to provide counter artillery fire, so as soon as the French gun opens up, they're going to return fire. I think they have a... this could be Baker Company commander, actually, a captain here next to the gun. Able Company commander should be alive as well. Obviously, you've got a lieutenant in charge of each platoon, but a captain is in charge of a company. And the captain is nothing you just send straight into the battle. Look, a lieutenant, part of this platoon, is moving up next to him there. Captain is telling him, good luck. Lead with a good example here. And it does look like he's on his way there. More riflemen moving down the right flank here. We also have a 105mm howitzer that just fired. Oh! It hit a French position by the main gate. That was a disastrous impact. So it looks like we have an entrance over here. We also have an entrance on the left side and a right side approach. But the right side is not as accessible. There's a lot of barbed wire, and there's no entry point to the second level of this fortress from the right side. So the left and center is probably going to be the key objective here for the US Marines to secure. More Marines moving up. Keep moving, Marines! This should be the 3rd platoon. Oh, man. Knocked back by the artillery impact. He might get up. I'm not sure if that was a lethal impact. Actually, if an artillery shell lands that close, I think that was a French mortar, then you're probably dead. Shrapnel does a lot of damage as well, depending on what kind of ammunition they fire. Oh, this plantation is just gone. Oh, well, someone's in charge, but I think your platoon commander is dead. We're losing lieutenants left, right, and center here. But they're here to support the infantry, of course. They are going to lead their men with courage, and they're going to instill morale, bolster morale, do all kinds of leader stuff. Another shot away from that 105. I think that one landed quite far back. There we go. U.S. mortars assisting as well. We have 2 U.S. mortars brought up to the ridge. A lot of 30 caliber machine guns. So a lot of weaponry here that can support the Charlie Company in this assault. Oh, there goes another 105. Oh, that's going to hit the right side. We might have another approach open up there if we destroy the wall. And it looks like that 105mm shell did destroy part of that wall. So U.S. Marine has now got themselves another entry point. Well, it looks like this platoon is making more progress than the previous platoons before it. Damn. So much artillery. You gotta love it, right? Oh, direct impact by a US mortar on a French mortar position. We have a Hotchkiss machine gun. An old French machine gun from 1914. But if you think about it, this is 1936. So it wouldn't be weird to use 20-year-old equipment. A lot of equipment that modern militaries use today can be dated to 20 years back, which is almost 2000, year 2000. And that is pretty new, isn't it? So it's not weird at all. It looks like the French defenders on the first level have been pretty much wiped out. They've taken so much artillery fire. There are a few occupants of sort of this gatehouse building here that are still defending the entrance. A few riflemen hidden behind the windows and doorways, and then you also have a lieutenant here. So I think we're estimating that about 150 or so Frenchmen are defending here, which is the entire 2nd Company and the remains from 1st Company who were defending the beach. Company 3 and 4, part of this battalion, are still missing, and US intel has no idea where they are. That is why they haven't committed the entire colonial battalion in attacking these forces, because they're worried that French companies will counterattack their staging point or their landing point that they secured a day ago during the invasion. So Baker Company's assault that followed Able Company's invasion occurred during the same day, just hours in between. So it was very quick, and they had little time to set up artillery support and whatnot. That's probably why they failed. They underestimated the French defenses, and it cost them dearly. U.S. Marines moving up here on the left side. Ooh, artillery is just picking off anyone they can. U.S. mortars still landing back here, and a 105mm just fired. Big impact. We have a machine gunner here, but it does look like some of the Frenchmen defending the left entrance here has been killed. Up here, we have a really cool position. 2 French howitzers and 2 Hotchkiss machine guns. And they're making sort of a, I don't know, it's like a fortress wall artillery. It's insane. Look at that. They're firing 76mm HG shells. And if I were the US, I would try and do some spotting here to rein in some 105mm damage. Because one 105 shell between these 2 guns would wipe out this entire wall section. We just saw an impact here. That's going to destroy part of this wall. Kill a few defenders to its right. Here's a really nice position as well. I wonder if the trench line here on the French left flank has been wiped out, and it looks like they're all dead. So that's great. The 3rd squad attacking on this side is going to have an easier time. And I think we're really starting to see some progress now. US Marines are getting closer and closer, but once again, do remember, Charlie Company has limited numbers. They do outnumber the French here, and Abel and Baker will do what they can to support them with leftover reorganized platoons. 7 platoons per company, and if you wipe out almost an entire company, you're not going to have enough to really form 7 more platoons, of course. But there might be a couple of platoons per company that can be scrambled, reorganized, regrouped, and then be brought to assault together with Charlie Company. So it's going to be close. .105 is about to fire. I wonder if it's found a new target now. Look at it. Wait. Oh, it's searching. It's scanning. They've been given coordinates. A 105mm shell is about to impact. Are they going to fire? Are they still doing final adjustments? Oh, they're changing target now. Perhaps they see a more urgent target to fire at. Whatever's killing most US Marines right now needs to be destroyed as soon as possible. Oh, well, we're not going to waste too much time to watch this howitzer not fire. I think it's having an issue deciding what to target. Oh, man, the French guns back there on the 3rd and final level of the Citadel can be heard in the distance. That is so sweet. I'm about to resume command of that piece because we're losing a lot of US troops out here without that firing supporting, but we'll see what they can do. Marines are now getting to the outer perimeter defenses here, laying down some covering fire. Once again, almost all French defenders on the 1st floor here are killed. There is one mortar still working here on the right side, so that one needs to be dealt with immediately. Limited or a very small amount of French soldiers defending it. It only looks like a couple. Damn. This is one hell of a view. This is gorgeous. Ooh, impact. Oh, but it landed a little too far back. It's going to destroy part of this building. That's beautiful. I love seeing all that kind of destruction. It overshot a little bit. I think that could have been a US mortar. Not entirely sure, but it did overshoot whatever it was. Oh, that 105 just fired. Oh, there we go, guys. There we go. That is going to knock out a Hotchkiss and 1 howitzer crew. That is what we need to see. That is what this 105 needs to continue doing. And I think we might see a second shell go out any second now. There we go. Ooh, it's going to take down part of that building. Maybe the following shots part of that barrage will do a little more damage. We're going to zoom out so we can get both impact and fire. That is so awesome. There's so much happening on this battlefield right now. Buildings collapsing, trees likewise. Okay, Marines are definitely starting to get up now on this right side. Should we bring up this gun? Yeah, let's try that. Let's take this 37mm. We haven't really seen it in a lot of action so far, so let's bring it up a bit and see if we can put it to use. That would be really cool. How awesome is this? Look. We're not going to move the howitzer forward. It has plenty of range. And I don't think you'd want to bring up a 105mm howitzer that close to the enemy. Are there any French guns I can equip? Obviously, since we're moving the howitzer up, or the, sorry, not the howitzer, but the 37mm, I'd want to look around to see if there are any French soldiers we could micromanage for a second just to give them a better chance at surviving. But it looks like they've got everything set. If I would find an artillery piece that would be uncrewed, and if I would find artillery crewmen nearby, I would absolutely occupy the gun using those crew members. That's something I would definitely do because it just adds to the battle, and it would be the most realistic option and choice. However, it's a different thing to put regular infantrymen on a gun. They wouldn't really know how to work it as sufficiently as actual crewmen trained in handling an artillery piece. Okay, Marines on the right side. They hear the Frenchmen back there. Some riflemen are trying to test their marksmanship. We got some troops covering here behind barbed wire, and a squad leader that is now rushing up. A U.S. squad leader. Let's follow this guy. Thompson submachine gun, fully automatic gun here. Obviously, very nice to have in a situation like this where the majority of fire is bolt action. He's taking cover right now. He's gonna crawl around. Oh no. That mass 36 might end him. Wait, he's got a grenade now. Is he throwing it? Yeah, he's throwing it. But they're changing grenades. Oh, that Thompson submachine gun is going to open up. Oh, he's gonna bring one down. Oh, he's gonna dodge the second rifleman. Oh, another grenade's gonna be thrown. Oh no. Oh, he's gonna throw it back. No, he's dead, but he killed the mortar crew. Well, he knocked off the mortar crew, but he was shot dead. That was brave. That was brave. Let's give him some sort of medal post-life, post-death, whatever. It's something. There's a word for it. Post-age, I think. Hominum, or I don't know. It's some Latin word, I think. But sorry, that's what you could award him with. He did great. He knocked out the mortar crew partially, and he was just brave, storming ahead so far away from the rest of his troops. Oh, that's a close mortar round landing right there. How's it looking here on the left side? We were too busy watching that squad leader do some awesome maneuvering around there. 105 landing back here. French gun still active. Ooh, that is close. That is really close to hitting that howitzer. US Marines are now entering the first level using the gatehouse, or what's left of it. There's still a few French defenders here in this building by the gatehouse. I wonder if they can't see him, I think. He's behind some sort of cover. Oh, they're going to go in. Are we going to see some melee? Oh, damn. That is one way to go. Shot in the back of your head by a pistol and then mowed down from the front. With a submachine gun. That is just gruesome, to say the least. Grenades are now being thrown over the wall here. Frenchmen are panicking. Oh, and that's a huge impact by the 105. That is going to knock out a whole section of Frenchmen here, defending this final approach up to the top level here of this stronghold. The last wave of US troops have now been committed. This is everything they have and everything they can give in attacking this citadel. We have Charlie, or sorry, actually, this is Charlie. We have Doug and Easy back at the landing point, preparing and defending it against a potential counterattack from the 3rd and 4th French infantry companies, part of the battalion here that landed on this island. But they are nowhere to be found. US recon planes have not found them either, so it's a tricky spot to be in. I think US command would have liked to be able to commit 2 companies to this assault, but they're going to have to deal with 1 and the remains of 2. It's just been a costly battle for both sides so far. US Marines rushing up. They're really storming the positions now. Oh, man. They need to use more hand grenades. Damn, this is costly for all sides included right now. This is disastrous. That's a lot of Marines moving up now. Are they making this work? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. We're going to need to see more grenades come out from the Marines. They're going to need to start throwing them hand grenades, guys. Come on. There we go. That's one that's going to land nicely. That is going to knock back a few French soldiers. Oh, nice. Another one. Another one. Yeah, this is what they need. Mortars landing really close now. Oh, that is one way to go. Okay, there's a lot of Marines back here now. But this is turning into a slaughter. This is some Thermopylae action right here. The French can funnel the Marines up this this entrance and, well, with little firepower and little manpower, kill a lot of storming US Marines. They're all so tightly packed as they approach the second level, and it's easy for French infantry to accurately target and kill them. Thompson submachine gun up here. He's going to be suppressing a French machine gunner. What happened to the US artillery support? Are we still waiting for that to come in? Perhaps they're reloading? Oh, look at that French machine gunner. He's just doing so much work. Damn! They're accurate. Well, I still reckon the US outnumbers the French, but for how long? It looks like the top level is almost entirely wiped out. All these guns are empty, or decrewed, rather. We have a mortar barely working. I think this is Private Bernard. This is Private Bernard, a survivor from the first battle that retreated back here and was given, well, a second chance, I suppose. His captain threatened to execute him for abandoning his position. But they didn't have time. They needed every man alive. How many defenders do we have here? Three, actually. 3 survivors and a 4th French machine gunner up here. And a mortar man. So 5 soldiers. A handful of French soldiers against, I think, 24 American soldiers. But they're at a great disadvantage here in terms of position. And they seem to want to, like, withdraw. Why are you withdrawing? Okay, this is just the AI needing that little extra help to function properly. This is something every player wants to avoid, or at least me. But sometimes it just happens. Here we go. Do we have a captain here that can encourage them? A company commander? Someone with a lot of experience and prestige to his name? There ought to be one here. There we go. Isn't he a captain? He is. Alright, he's gathering his men here. Okay, and a crewman here. As you can tell, he doesn't have a backpack on. He's not a regular foot soldier. He's going to move up and throw a hand grenade. And he's going to kick off this assault. The final push is beginning right now. Company commander here with a pistol. He's leading the charge. He's using that Colt 45. Look at that. It's just barely going to be enough. This is really brave. This is one hell of a final assault. Company commander up there with a Colt 45. He's waiting for the French machine gunner to stand up. Oh, his friend there is going to finish him off. Oh, damn. Private Bernard still doing damage. There's only a mortar man left. Is there a way for Bernard to get out? I'm looking for a way for Bernard to escape this. That would be glorious. Maybe he can jump out on this way. I want Bernard to live. But this time, Bernard is not abandoning his position. This time, Bernard is fighting to the death. This time, Bernard is sticking behind. He's escaped once. Okay, can we find him a gun? Let's run him in this way. He's gonna run through the building. There's a Hotchkiss machine gun here. I wonder if he can crew it. But no, he's gonna run and pick up a French machine gun instead. Hopefully it's loaded. Here comes Bernard, taking fire from all angles. Oh! He's shot dead just as he tried taking it. My friends, the US Marines have just barely snatched a victory here today, attacking this Citadel. What a crazy fight. Let's have a look at casualties. We're going to mark French casualties in yellow and American casualties in red. And you can tell it's been a disastrous day for both factions. Wow. What happens next? The US have now knocked out the 2 French companies defending the beach and the Citadel. Where are the other 2 companies? And what about US losses? 3 companies almost entirely destroyed. This has been a Pyrrhic victory indeed. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.